Yeah, what's good, YouTube? I'm back. It's been a minute, but I'm back. I've been busy with a few things. So for the past, I don't know, 2, 3 months, I haven't dropped a new video on this channel, which I greatly apologize. I know we have been making some progress with the sketches and whatnot, but yeah, I'm back. That's the most important thing. So today we have a new video. Let me just get this to a full screen. Yeah. So we have a new video, and let me just confirm if I'm on the right layer sketch. Okay, good. So today we have a new video, and as you can see on the screen, there's a footballer, Karim Benzema, for the Real Madrid fans out there. Um, I'm not into football, but I just loved the features and the shapes, which is something that we're going to learn today. How we can use shapes, or how we can come up with shapes that makes sense and use it up until the final stage of our sketching process. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. And for those of you that are wondering what I'm using, so it's a Krita free source. It's an open source software. You don't need to pay anything. You can just download it. It's small MBs, so you can get it, and then let's get cracking. For those of you that are using other different softwares, whether it be EB CSV, Script Studio Paint, CorelDRAW, whatever, Photoshop, what's this on the iPad? I have forgotten, but yeah, you can follow along. And for those that are using traditional media, feel free to do so. Okay, there is no excuses. So let's get to the business of the day. So I've made this layer at least drawable so that I can show you the things that I'm thinking about. Okay, so the first and the most important thing that I myself like to start with when I'm drawing a straight face like this, okay, front view, it's trying to get the overall shapes. Okay, so here I might use a circle. Okay, I might use a box, okay, or a rectangle, I should say. So these are the things, or these are the most two shapes that I would think of using when I'm designing or when I'm trying to sketch something. So let's get into it. So we have that above, then let's see, we have this. And don't forget, and don't be scared to rotate the camera. I've seen tons of guys that actually freak out when they rotate their camera. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. If you make mistakes and you learn from them, that's why we practice. Okay, so this, I think I can just take it down to somewhere here, because I can see that line seems to be going down like that. And then this as well. And then this seems to come inside. Let's see this other one as well. Not that line. Okay, this one. And that line was a bit too dark, because in the sketch phase, you don't want to commit. I would say you don't want to commit. You don't want fully committed lines, okay, because there are a few things you might want to tweak, and it won't make sense if you darken them now. So don't copy that. Make sure your lines are at least light. So we can throw in the neck and the other side as well. You can just throw it down here, and I can see there is a where the jersey is starting from. Okay, so we can just put it here, and then I see this curved line like so, and then there's the other one right there, which seems to drops down here, and then there's this one straight line here, and then this is going that side. Okay, so you have 1, 2, and then seems to be going there. This one, it's more of like a band. So here I'm just using the same lines. If you have been following with the videos that I've been dropping so far, I use CSI lines. Okay, those are the lines that they have curves in them, they have S-shaped, and they have straights in them. Okay, the easiest way on how I can define what CSI is. So as you can see on the ear, that's something that we have to talk about now. That's where the essence or the main meat of the video is. So now, how do you determine, or do you actually know where you have to place the ears? Okay, I know the books, Andrew Loomis and whatnot, but over time as an artist, you have to develop your own strategy or your own technique that you are going to be using over time. Okay, something that works if you are like me that likes to watch a lot of videos on YouTube. My go-to place all the time is Michael Hampton. Okay, he has a foolproof way on how he sketches, and then he gets the results always, no matter what. So on the ears, forgive me, let me just get go on the reference and get a red marker so that we can see what I'm thinking about. So if we can zoom on the image, you would see that that's, I don't know if you guys are able to pick it up from there, but if I can just draw a line, okay, somewhere there, and I can flip this, and another line from the ear to the brow, okay, and then it will give me this. Of course, this is not the brow bone or the brow ridge, okay. The brow bone is somewhere inside of here, but mostly that's what we use to gauge the proportions. And as you can see, the center of the eyes, it's somewhere here, so they will definitely align with the upper ear, okay, somewhere there. So that line would definitely be like so. Let me just take down the, I think, opacity of the thing so that you get to see. Okay, I think that now looks much more better. So if we can darken it a bit, so as you can see, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, that I'm thinking of, I've taken a line that is there, and if I can flip as well, there's another line that is coming there. Okay, so from that, I already know that my brows are above and my ears are beneath, or they are below my brow. Okay, on the nose, the same thing. If you can see, this is where the down guy is, the bottom, okay, and then this is the start of the upper plane, okay, and there is this where I can assume where the ears are ending, and on the other side you'd see we cannot really peek, but judging from where this guy has ended, that means the ear is also somewhere here, okay, even though we can only see it on this side. So those are the things that I am thinking about, or I'm thinking of when I'm drawing. So let's get back to the full mode. So we can, I think I did it on the same layer, so it's, I just have to click and undo. Yeah, so we're back. So that's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so for you not to goof or to miss out on the proportions, that's something that you can incorporate in your sketches, or in your sketch routine, or in your studies. Okay, that it helps a lot. Okay, I'll show that in the other future videos as well. So here what we can do is we can gauge, let's get to be on the actual layer and then get back to black. So here, the distance that is here, okay, this distance, it's like that. Okay, so you do that as well on your actual sketch that you have. So this guy would be, I'm just thinking the distance is, you know, somewhere here. So if I can go up like that, this of course it definitely needs to be tweaked because it seems to be going like so. It's pretty bad, like that, and then it goes down. So you see the importance of you using thin and thin lines. Okay, and then this one goes down as well. Yes, bud. Is that what you do? Yeah. Chop chop. Figuring it. Yeah, sorry guys. So someone walked in, so I just had to help them out. So where were we? I think I was talking about us tweaking because the head seems to be a lot more bigger than what we gauged first time. So that's something that you shouldn't be scared to do as an artist because we are not always accurate 100%. Okay, I am not, and I will never claim to be. Okay, but if you can embrace those mistakes and then learn from them, that would be something that would put a distinction between you and other artists, but not from a competitive standpoint, just from you getting better and overall improving. So here you can see there's a line that is in the form of a C. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, so we'll try to mimic that as well, because I think what I'm seeing, if you're just using straight, it's more like one, and then there is another one that is going down like so, two. Okay, so we would have that on the other side, and make sure you're paying attention to the distance that is between here and here. Okay, make sure you're paying attention to such things. So judging from what I have here, that distance is somewhere here, and then we can take this guy, can take this guy up like so, creep the canvas as well. Here the same thing, so there's one, okay, one like that, and then this one's dropping down, and then this one is also here, which gives us this sort of a angle or a box. Okay, let me show that in red, and let's see if that makes any sense. So here, as you can see, there is this that I was seeing. Okay, if you can take that out as a cutout, you'd see that's it. So that's the thing that I would also do on my actual sketch, so that it's easy for you to actually get the proportions down for the ear, that is. Okay, because here also it's the same thing, as you can see. Okay, so if we get back to black and then also do that on our reference, so let's just get rid of these. I was just doing that to point something to you guys, to point out something to you guys. So here we have that, and then as you can see here, okay, it's nice, quick and easy tricks. Okay, here as well, this is supposed to be down, so if you can take it from here, you'll see that where this is, there's supposed to be another one here as well. So how are we going to do that? Judging from what we have here, and then this guy is going down, and then this is there, and this would be somewhere there. Okay, there should be, I think, inline, something like that. Okay, and that's where we can begin to bring in the ears. Okay, so the ear, simple plate like shape, something like that, and then there is this that is going down. So quick bunch of shapes, so you can just throw this down like that. I see this is There is something like this happening in the ears, and then this seems to go down like that. Of course, there's another layer that is like this, more like it's embedded. Okay, and then that's where the volume of the beard will be. So in here we just have this guy that is here. Okay, same thing on the other side. Right now it's fun because it's like I'm just picking one piece of a puzzle and then throwing it down. Pick another piece, throw it down like that. So in here, as you can see, we just throw that one down as well, and then we have that guy. So this is there. It's more of the same thin line that we did on the other line. Here there seems to be a bit of a cave, and here like that, and then boom, down like that. This seems to be, yeah, in the correct perspective, this seems to be a bit big, judging from what I'm seeing. So what can we do? We can tweak it. Like I already said, it's digital. Whether you're using traditional really doesn't matter. Okay, make sure you're always tweaking the things that you're seeing, okay, or the errors that you feel like you have made. Tweak them. So here we go again. The distance is supposed to be maybe somewhere like that, and then we have this down like so. Then this is inside. Then we have that. Okay. Then we have just bring it down and then add this other layer that seems to be underneath. And then as you can see from the same line that we have here, that's where we can begin to drop in the shape of the beard. So it will drop down like that. And make sure you're paying much attention to where it ends. As you can see, it's coming down to somewhere here, and then there's that 10. So in your reference as well, make sure you're capturing things like that. Okay, those things, because I think the portrait reference that we have has a bit of much more here than I actually assumed. So here, bent lines. Okay, one. So you judge the distance. You see that it's, I think, somewhere here, and then down. So as you can see here, so that's gonna change, or that's gonna alter what we started with in the beginning, but that's not something that needs to trouble you. No, we make amendments and we change, and I'm telling you, it's okay to tweak things. Okay, yeah, so that's okay. Then we can have that, and then this can just come in, and then there, and then we can take out these other lines that we don't need. Let me just confirm if I'm recording. Okay, good. Yeah, we can also take this off, and don't worry about the lines that seems to be faint. If we are making corrections, we're definitely going to tweak them. So as you can see, this one, we can just use one simple straight line like that, and then seems to be going way too far. So let me just take it from this angle. Yep. This is okay. Okay. And there, of course, there's a little bit of 1-2-1-2 happening inside of here, that if we wanted to do that, we would do that, and then flip it over again, and that seems to be connecting to that. This one as well. Okay, so overall, that's the shape that we have for the reference that we're using, which in this case, that's Benzema. So we can now go into the meat of the portrait, okay, which is the nose, the eyes, and the mouth, okay? Now, I already told you about how we can find proportions for the brow and the nose. So if, okay, you're not 100% sure, or you cannot just eyeball it, like you remember I introduced a line that you can do from here. So you see that distance, if you take it, it's somewhere here. That means I'm saying that the brow ridge or the brow bone is supposed to be somewhere like that. And on the other side as well, if you can take it, you'd see it's somewhere here, and the distance here, as you can see, okay, the distance will be somewhere there. And then that means these lines now, okay, are the ones you're supposed to connect to give you the brow line, okay? If you actually watched the video and you didn't skip through, you'll see that that's what I was saying. And on the nose, we already did mathematics, so we already know that the nose would be upper than the ears. So if we can eyeball it, the nose would be somewhere there, okay? We can just throw in this little hints, okay? And don't forget, rotate. It's, I know it's scary, but the more you do that, the more better you definitely get at it. You cannot do a whole portrait without you actually getting to rotate. You have to see it from other different perspective. So like I already said, this and this. So this distance that you're seeing from here, that's the one you also have to do it to do in this area, okay? So you'd have something like that. If you want to do it the same way I did, you can throw in, you know, that line, and you can also throw in this line, but that's if you're not very confident. So here there's for those of you that did study the scar, there's what we call a glabella or the keystone. For those of you that are familiar with planes or teachings from other instructors as well. So there's a thin line inside. There's also another thin line inside, like that. And mostly this is where mostly we throw in this guy, a circle. Same thing with here, okay? I'm not really happy with where the placement of the nose is, so I'm gonna do something about it. Okay, if we can drop a line from here, that corner to here, and also from here to here, okay? So I can also do that here in Krita. If you're using Krita, you can just hold V and then drop a line somewhere down. Same this corner, drop a line down. That's if you're using Krita. If you want to train your straight lines, then you can do it freehand. The reward is satisfying. It's something that you definitely feel it. So from here, what do I have? So I have this, seems to be faint. Okay, I have that. Then down here as well, and then down. So as you can see on the nose, there is this that is happening. This seems to be dropping down. There's that cave. So I'm gonna mimic that as well on the nose. Bring it down. Okay, here as well. And then I'll bring it down. something like that. Okay, we can have a quick zoom into what is happening so that we get to see. So I wasn't really seeing because there's the dark shadow. So what I can see from the nose is there is something here. Let's see if we can get a reddish color, and then KKK to make it dark. Let's see, it's not helping. Let's just get the red. So here, okay, that's inside of the nose. There is this that is happening. There is that. There is this up and then down. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so those are the things that you can also do on the actual sketch that you're having. So if we can do D, and we can take these pointers that I gave off, you'd see that there's this line. There's also this line for the nose. Okay, there is this one that is down and then up. Okay, down. There's that one as well. This one seems to be going in, and then right there. Okay, so we have this, and then we have that, and then we can just add the other section that was a bit miscalculated, I would say. Okay, so it's not supposed to go in that direction. There is, yeah, that. So that does it for the nose for me. And on the lips, it's not supposed to be something hard. So still the same. You're thinking of shapes. So what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a line like so. I'm also seeing another line like so. So we have this that is going down, and then this also was supposed to go down as well. So what we can do now is just connect this, okay, and then to that. And also here we can connect this to that. Okay. Yeah, I think there's something that seems off, but we're gonna tweak it later on. Like I already said, don't be scared. I think it's this line that I'm seeing seems to be off, and also this, it seems like he has, I don't know, there's a popular term we call it here. It's more like you've eaten not unripe, but not fully grown mangoes. So you develop, I don't know what's the proper word that I can use, but in our terms, in our vernacular language, it's called masagwidi. Okay, so it's more like where your cheeks are swollen a bit. So I think that was the issue. So I will just tone it down a bit, and then this guy would come in like that. And I'll also see the other side. Yeah, something like that. So let's just focus now on the lips. We can put it into full perspective. So the lips are not really hard. So you can see a line. Okay, here. Let's get the red color as well. So you can see what I like to do is I'll put a line in this corner, and I'll put another one here. Okay, those two lines, and then I would have a more of, I would say, an oval type of shape, so that will help me. And also here where there's the filtrum, okay, that means I'll have lines that are going in like that, And here I'll just connect this to that. I'll just also connect this to that. And for those of you that are like me who likes to use shapes, you can also have, you know, two of them here, and then that means you connect this is there, this, and then you have your lips nice, quick, and easy. So let's do that on the actual sketch that we have. Undo, zoom out a bit. So we are here. Let's make sure we have our sketch color as well. So these are the corners. Okay, that's the first hint or the corner that I would use, and mostly they were aligned with the nose. Okay, something like that. So as you can see, mine is aligning here, and also I would have this on the other side. Okay, that will definitely align with that. Okay, so I can have a line, so, and then I'll throw in my oval type of shape, and then I'll also throw in another oval type of shape on top of that for the fulcrum. And I can also throw in these guys down for the lower lip. Okay, so now it's just a matter of me combining things. So from here, as you can see, on the outer corner is we have that, and then this seems to be coming inside. Here also there is this, and then we have that. Okay, slowly piecing everything bit by bit. So there is that is, it's more like a caved V. Okay, and then we just align with that, and this one also just align with this. And here it's more of the same type of V that we have here, but what do I call it? Is it concave or in the other side or in the other way, say? So would have this go up, and we would also have this go up. So for the fulcrum, so we had that and that and that. Okay, safe. And then we'll do here. Then, yeah, something like that. And just get a good glimpse of that. So we have this, and then this is there. Okay, good. So let's view it from the other perspective. And what we can add here is the shape of the beard, okay, or the mustache. So it's, I can see one, I can see two, and then we have, this is down here, and then we have one, seems to be going and that way. This is there. Also here, this is there. So let me just view it in. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. And then we have the corners of the mustache. So we have it down here. One, there's this that is coming like so. Okay, this would connect to that. What else do we have? What else? So there's also that, and then up. It's going in that direction as well. Seems to be going inside. One, two. Okay, then this goes in like so to make up for this area that we are seeing down here. And that area is full of beard. As you can see, this guy is a bearded guy. So even in the spaces that we can see in here, okay, if you want to mimic that so that you show where the strads are, what I would do is I'll just throw in some flowy lines like that, and then like so. Okay, yeah, maybe something like that. I think that would make sense. And then last but not least, we have the eyes. So the eyes, I like to do them 10 by 10. So what I'll do is, so as you can see here, this line that we have, which is the same one that is here, okay, here it has this guy that is going up. Same thing here, okay, which is somewhere here, there's this line that is going up. So we are not going to take that. What we are taking is the other one that is inside. So from here, what I'll do, I'll just demarcate that, okay, there's a line that is starting from this other side, but this one, this is the one that I want. Okay, so we can throw this in and then, you know, bring it down, view it from the other perspective. Okay, we can also do the other one. So that's what I meant when I said I'd like to do them 10 by 10. I'll do them, okay, I would say simultaneously. Okay, so we have this, and just gauge. I can just easily throw in a simple line. That means my eyes shouldn't pass this the line that I've drawn up there. So we have that, and then you can easily throw in that. Okay, and that would give us the breathing room or breathing space where we can throw that in, and we can also bring in this other guy that we did on the other side. Okay, we can also bring in this. Okay, so there's one, there's two. Zoom it from afar. Yeah, not bad, but there are a few things that we can tweak. And let's just go ahead and get the pupils in. So we have, so what I'm doing here actually on the eyes, I'm mainly focused on the shapes. Okay, ideally that's my main focus. Okay, so here, as you can see on the distance that you have inside of here, so I would also see and try to mimic the same thing. Okay, somewhere there. Then on the other side we have this. Okay, so this up, there's a thin line inside that is going in that type of way. Okay, if I have time, I'll definitely do an eye tutorial. Okay, how you can get to see the volumes, or you can get to understand the volumes of the eye. Okay, so we have that. As you can see, there's this thing down, this here. So if you want, you can easily throw that in. Okay, goes up like that. Here also, as you can see, of course, it's a shadow, so you can throw this guy in. and then just few faint lines. Okay, what else do we have there? I think we can just add this, the corners, and then yeah, it's kind of like that here also, right there. What else is remaining? The main brows now. So that shape, it's not hard. So we have, okay, well, we have one. It's going in that direction. And then of course there is that thing inside, but we are interested in this. Okay, one, then like that. Okay, we'll also do another shape here. Okay, there is that, but we're interested in that. So here we have one, then two. Okay, check this guy up, and then it's too thin, and then like so. Same thing for here, up like that, and then up like that. And then you can take out some of the guiding lines that we used in the beginning, and then begin to tweak a few things like the ear. And then as you can see, I'm going with my much darker lines, because at least we are close to a finish. Okay, if you would put it this one. Okay, and I think I didn't talk about this much, but the techniques that I'm using for the sketches, ghosting. Okay, as you can see, my pencil moves a few times before I can actually commit to the line. So there is something weird that I'm seeing, but I hope this gets the message across that you can use shapes to actually sketch something. So you can take these guys off as well. So let me just try to zoom it from afar. Then let's see what seems to be off. For me, I feel like it's the beard. I feel like it's the beard. So you can comment in the comments, because I feel like it's the beard. The beard seems to be messy, and maybe the nose seems to be down a lot, so we can easily tweak that. Then the lasso too. Okay, take it from here. Just right there. I think it's fine. And then we just need to balance the strads that we did. Okay, and okay, and there I'm just trying to get that the beard has other weird shapes that it's taking, and yep. So from here we're practically, I would say, I can call it done. Now that I've switched it, I've flipped the canvas, I can see that the distance here also, I think that's what is making it look awkward a bit. So I can bring it down like that, and then we can take this off. We have neck, then also the other side, and yeah, there you have it, you guys. I know it's not the best sketch that maybe you had imagined in your heads, but there's a lot of tweaks that you can do to there's a lot of tweaks that you can do to get it to perfection, if there's such a term. Okay, so maybe we can throw in these guys. Okay, something like that, and then down this other side as well, then down like that. Maybe we can also do that and throwing this guy down like that. So there you have it, you guys. I think what was making it seem a bit off at first was the nose, but I still feel like there's more room for improvement. I'm not really sad about it, and I'm not also 100% happy with it, but yeah, that's what I had for you guys, and I'll be dropping more and more of such videos so that we might learn together, because when I'm also sharing with you guys, I'm also learning a few things. So these were my 2 cents on how you can get to sketch a head freehand using the shape approach. So if you find this type of videos useful, you can subscribe, click on the post notification so you'll be notified every time I drop new videos. And I'm just doing some final touch-ups. Okay, so there you have it, you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Much love.